And hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Acquisitions Incorporated Dungeons and Dragons: The Den Crew.
Cheese doodles.
Hello.
Hello.
So, for last of a quick recap from what happened in the last session, our adventurers had decided to investigate Transcendar Manor, as they had come across a group of coyotes of some nature. One of them was giving them a rather elusive time until they figured out what it was when it transformed in front of them. At which point they were able to question it before deciding to either let it live, and found out why. Apparently the individual was hired to search the place out. But considering the group had an upper hand on overcoming the challenge of what the were-coyote presented, the party decided to let the individual go in return for keeping the place. Which was at that point, they had investigated the grounds and had come across an odd insignia, which had a double D insignia. They had discovered that it may belong to Drawn Enterprises. As for the whereabouts or reasons why they attacked is still unknown. But it was around that time when they started to hear a muffled noise, which is where we will be picking up right now.
Meanwhile, Julie is still lamenting the fact that she lost the potential of a pet.
I had a pet. It ran away.
But he ran off with his own family, so you can be happy for that, right?
Okay, so muffled noises. Where is it coming from?
Around the down to orc, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you basically had started to uncover rubble, and you then see this individual.
Zoom in.
Oh,
Well,
I didn't realize there was somebody on the map.
Yep, you uncover.
She's ugly.
This
Firebolt.
Well, considering she's already been through a fiery blast, as half her face looks scarred.
Ouches.
Wow. There must have been
I'll walk up to her and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds since she looks like she's in rough shape.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on, but she doesn't look like she's all there. You might want to be careful.
I'll be fine.
If she starts asking you what flavor potato you are, just run.
If she starts saying that she can taste colors, also run.
Alright, she heals for 10.
Alright, so you approach her, and you notice she's trying to say something, but it seems like something's in her mouth.
It's clearly
She's
a
a
frog.
frog!
There's a frog in her throat. There's a frog in her
You're
throat.
very tall. I say that as I heal her.
My daggers are still drawn. I don't trust this.
I'm staying within my swing range. Just in case.
As you approach her, you do notice that there is something in her mouth. It doesn't look...
Buffoon! She has something in her
looks
mouth.
like
Grab it.
Do you need the jaw intact?
Yes!
Yes.
Alright.
Be gentle.
I, cautiously reach towards the face to see if I can't extract the item.
Alrighty.
I noticed you got the guy with the biggest hands to try to get the smallest object out of the tiny mouth.
Well, if she attacks, then you're good.
Yeah.
So, as you reach into her
I just
mouth...
realized more music just started.
Yes. And as you reach into her mouth, you pull out what looks to be a very odd device. And And at this point, you hear her say, "They came for it. They came for the timepiece."
It's a watch.
Who the heck cares about a watch? Wrong accent.
All right. It's at this point where Julie, after you heal her, she kind of like snaps out a bit and is like, "Who are you all?"
I'm the one that saved your lives, and these three helped.
Name's Bolgan.
Jules.
The Acquisition Incorporated main site sent us here to check up on you.
Oh, that's a relief to know. I'm Gilda Dunn, major domo of the company of the Golden Mongoose franchise.
Oh, so you're one of them golden badger types. Gotcha.
Oh my god, Bolgan, she just said mongoose.
I like hearing them say it.
It's at which point she kind of starts to like lose a little consciousness and just she appears to have fallen asleep right before you.
Well, let's put her on the grass.
We could take her to the inn to put her on a proper bed.
Well, we ain't done searching this place yet, and
I'm sure she'll be fine. It's not like those wolves will come back and try to eat her.
besides,
Sure, she.
For everyone who's around her, give me a heal check or medicine check.
medicine check, okay? I'm really good at medicine. I have a 0.
I just believe he is probably exhausted.
That's a 4.
I got an 11.
That is a 17.
Okay, so what did you get, Galdor?
Let's see. I got a 12.
Okay, so
But I just believe that she is exhausted. Considering she's been on here like 3 days on the walks.
yeah, so
I'm surprised she didn't ask for water.
Basically, from what you at least see from what injuries she has sustained, it looks like she was put through the ringer, not on a physical but also magical scale as well. That, and considering on the events that you've been hearing about, no one's been up here since the events that occurred. So you're probably presuming from the injuries, she hasn't really been able to get a proper rest, but nor has she been able to get adequate food. And you believe the only reason why she's probably alive is because of her orcish endurance.
I was gonna say, orcish endurance is nice and all, but dehydration's a bastard. So, we definitely need to get her hydrated soon.
So
But
should we just...
But you also realize moving her might be a bad idea at the moment.
Alright, so what do we do? Send word down that someone's here that needs proper medical attention, but we're not sure about moving her, or...
Too bad that talking hyena's gone. We could have used that to our advantage.
True.
Yeah, unfortunately, you managed to let her leave before I could talk to her. But
That and the fact that chances are that hyena was looking for her to begin with, so probably not a good
I did
idea.
ask if anyone wanted to ask her any other questions before I let her go.
oh, it was no question that I wanted to ask. But
Well, we didn't really know this half-orc was here.
I'm kind of surprised that she didn't find her. But well,
I mean,
smells
she
like
was
burnt
buried
bacon.
under rubble.
Smells like
Didn't
pork
she say
bacon.
that she'd just been sent down to look over this place?
Yep,
Maybe we stopped her before she found her.
very true.
she did say that she has looked all over except here. So maybe. But I'm kind of surprised that, considering what she was, that she couldn't smell anything.
Smell like burnt
Maybe
bacon.
the burning.
Yeah, maybe the smoke.
I don't know. I'm just guessing at this point.
Yeah, well, I guess she'll be fine here.
So, does anybody have like one of them magical doodad talkie thingies that allow you to communicate people at distance to, like, I don't know, get to the priestess and say, hey, you've got some wounded up here?
Yes,
Out
I
of
do.
character, I know exactly what he's talking about. In character, I'm just gonna say, nah.
Yes, Bogan, I'm just gonna pick a random rock up and just say some magic words over it. Here you go. You can communicate with people with this.
Wait, you can?
I'm giving Jule a look.
Maybe you should do it since you seem to know what you're doing.
No, you go right ahead. It's fine.
I've known you long enough to know you're messing with me.
Given
I'm not messing with you, I promise.
Jules.
Okay, I trust you, friend.
I
Now, how do you work
So-
this thing? I start shaking it.
So during this time, as Bolgan is having this explanation be given to him for the next hour, who's watching the half work during that time?
Not me.
Definitely not me. I'm trying to figure out how to work a rock.
I'm just giving Jules a look the entire freaking time.
Jules
I
just
am,
has
though.
a shit-eating grin on her face.
Okay,
I
so
am watching over the orc.
okay, so and who currently has the timepiece that was?
It was spit out, so I guess me, since I pulled it out of the mouth.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
look that over if you're looking at the rock.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how
Okay.
to work this timey talkie thingy.
Okay, so
Jule, get over here.
all right, Aura. As you examine this piece, what this appears to be somewhat of a soldering device that was from the Kilder's mouth. You can
Ew.
see its design and etched glyphs clearly mark it as part of the. Well, it looks like from how the design of this, it looks like it's made to attach to something.
Hmm.
Ain't like that exploding thing we found underground, is it?
You are not sure because no one ever examined it.
It should be
What's
safe
it-
to put in the same
What does
bag,
it?
right?
What does it look of? Like, is it precious metals or anything valuable?
Let's see. Well, let's see. This looks like. It's kind of hard to explain, but basically, it's kind of a mixture of a golden metal, but it doesn't look like it exactly is metal, but it definitely has that weird tint to it.
Spray paint.
So potentially valuable. Got it. I'm just gonna hold on to this.
And in design, it has these weird edges that looks like it would be part of a clockwork mechanism. You're not quite sure.
Oh, so it's not a watch.
No, it's
It's part of a watch?
you would presume so based on how the outer ring of it looks like.
Ain't one of them
Okay.
timer detonators.
So they came for part of a watch. That sounds so stupid. But okay.
Well, watch it for a while and see if you can figure it out.
So there's not like a face or hands or numbers or any of that stuff on here.
No, not on this device.
Okay.
Hello? Hello?
We are
Hello.
just gonna add that to try to add that. Where the frick do I add it?
Jule, how do you work this
Buffoon,
thing?
to activate it, you have to say the secret word over and over again.
Well, you better say
Jules.
it since you're an expert.
You gotta say shenanigans.
Alright, go ahead and say it.
No, you're the one holding it.
I drop it at Jule's feet. Say it. Say shenanigans.
Shenanigans, shenanigans, shenanigans. And I say it in Goblin.
I think she's possessed. Quick, give her a quick knock on the head.
Roll for initiative.
No. All right. So during this time, Riffin, about an hour passes, and Gilda does slowly start to stir conscious again.
Does that count as a short rest for us?
Yeah, sure.
Because we could use some healings. I forget, what do you got to roll?
You can roll your hit dice.
It should say it when you click the short rest what you need to roll.
Short rest, okay.
And you can...
1d12 plus 4, okay.
So.
Dang it.
Oh, we got a 12.
And don't forget, you also add your Constitution modifier to your roll as well. All right. So.
Constitution modifier? Doesn't say anything about that on the.
Trust me.
doesn't? Hit die? It should state hit die 1d12 plus something. Total 2.
All right. So while you guys are while you're doing that, all right. So Gilda does slowly stir awake as. How long have I been out for?
Couple
You're back.
minutes?
You got the watch. What time is it?
There's no face, there's no hands. It's a useless watch, really. But it might be worth something. It's got gold or something.
Nice.
That's the timepiece of travel.
Time
Well,
travel.
I don't
Piece of
see
travel?
I don't see how useful it is. There's not, the rest of the watch is busted.
What does time travel have to do anything anyway?
That's because it's, well, I don't know fully on what it's capable of, but I do know a little bit about it. We were originally studying it.
Oh, did you want it back?
At this point, I'm, see, he's like trying to figure out, like, well, I'm not sure anymore. Because I have reason to believe the reason why we were attacked was because of that thing.
Oh, then you should definitely take it back, darling.
Take it back. We don't want it. We don't want to die.
I insist. It's your property, after all.
Well, technically, we were actually going to get ready to send it to the main headquarters for Acquisitions Incorporated with our payment.
Well, don't let us get in your way.
Oh, your payment. So, this whole incident just happened to pause that. You were intending to pay. Good to know. We'll put that up to headquarters as well.
A question. I thought you said you're part of the Mangoose.
Well, we were in association with those that were sent from Acquisitions Incorporated. Yes, we are the franchisees to help run the city. There were others as well, but I'm not sure what happened to them during the attack.
Is this like a corporate merger or something?
From what I know, during the time when we learned what the timepiece was, we know that it has powers dedicated to navigation and teleportation, and judging from what I've seen of it, there was one other member of the Golden Mongoose, a female tiefling paladin.
A tiefling paladin? What happened to her?
Sounds
And
good.
what was her name?
Let's see, her name was, Talanatha Threecoin.
What an odd name.
Talanatha 3-coin. Good name.
Do you know what part of the building she was in before the collapse? It might make it easier to find her.
She was originally in part of the building where I was, but
Ooh.
apparently she activated that device and she somehow teleported.
My God, you swallowed her.
No. After
Well.
seeing what the device did and what the people who came here for, I stuck it in my mouth so they wouldn't find it.
Wait, you mean the device stayed behind and she left?
Yeah, it was weird.
That's a
That
horrible
seems a little bit.
teleportation device.
It is. It really is.
I'm more concerned. How did you know that she's teleported and not
Just did.
something else?
For all
Well,
you know, she tried to activate it and just disappeared into the ether.
She could be
Well-
dead.
Or hanging out with
Well,
Cthulhu.
Well, I am trained in some form of arcana. It was originally my intention to study the device, so I did know it has some sort of capabilities, but I don't think it's fully unlocked.
Why not just use a teleportation spell? That seems like it would be a lot easier.
That would also imply that our franchise actually has enough coin for that too.
Well, you gotta use coin for
Oh,
normal
right. The stupid fucking cost thing in this game. Forgot about that shit.
things.
I'm
Well, that-
sorry, that just seems ridiculous.
No. Teleportation.
It does cost money to have access to teleportation circle.
That doesn't make that doesn't necessarily make any sense. I thought the cost was just spells that were a part of this campaign, not, all spells.
No, it's not all spells. It's just that spell already has that in normal rules.
Mm,
Yeah, because
right.
it's not something everyone can access.
Yeah.
So if you can cast, it's like, I'm gonna make some money off of this by charging people if they want to use it.
Taxi cab service.
Pretty much.
I mean, there's other teleportation things that, they're less distance, dimension door, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Magic hand to push someone out a window.
It could at least get her out of the mansion, and then, if they're focused on people in the mansion, she could just run away. Though that still
Well-
doesn't explain how come this thing stayed.
Well, that's
Well.
what we're researching.
Yeah, which at that point, give me an arcana check.
Me?
Anyone who's looking at this device.
God, this is gonna suck.
I've quit trying with the rock. I left it at Jule's feet.
I am looking at this thing.
That one!
13.
That is a 19.
Galdor?
I'm not really a researcher. I don't really care about it.
I got a nat one. I'm probably still
Okay.
thinking about the rock on the floor.
Alright. Jule, you seem to be the only one who catches notice of this. While it does seem to hold some form of arcane, design, you don't think it's holding that much potential for another use, for whatever reason. Whatever charge was in this thing doesn't seem to be... There's no potency for another use out of this. At least, you're not sure why.
It clearly runs on souls.
Clearly, maybe, but it doesn't seem like you can teleport again. It's just something shiny right now. Maybe it needs to recharge? But how does it do that?
I'm sure it's one of those lovely things that, come the next... maybe it's a weekly thing. Because they're all... There are those instruments that, they have the ability once a day. Maybe this is once a week or once a month or something really weird.
Or maybe it's once a century.
That would
Hey,
suck
Oh,
ass.
joy.
Hey, is this one of them Deus Ex Machinas? Them things that, does things at particular times of great importance, like to get your ass out of danger, and will only activate when something happens to the party later?
I really doubt that.
Yeah, me too.
As far as it goes for renovating the manor, though. We were still investigating the manor for potential renovations.
Hey,
and
great
then that's when they attacked.
Sorry. Hey, I got great news for you. You can renovate everything now. The walls are open, the ceiling's open, everything's open. Renovate as much as you want.
And I'm sure the villagers will want jobs to help build this place up.
About that money, though.
She kind of looks around. It's like, I would presume whoever it was that took this probably took that too.
So, no money?
From what you've searched of this place, you tell me.
Not much actually.
Buddy, I got some bad news for you. You may be fired now. I mean, I know today's been a rough day.
Well, what I mean is we haven't actually searched much yet.
Yeah, you guys haven't. You only searched like the outer perimeter.
Here,
True.
I want to give him my water skin because I'm really thinking about this, concerned about this person's dehydration. I'm like, man, it's several days been in there.
So gladly take it and drink it.
Try not to chug it too hard. You don't want to risk any like water poisoning or anything.
So,
She drinks it all.
so is this all that is to the manor, or
Well, let's see. Oh, she kind of looks around. It's like, oh man, this place certainly does look like crap now.
I mean, it definitely looks like it is a fixer-upper at this point.
But you can grow
definitely a fixer-upper?
you can grow some great crops out here in the field, though.
Yeah, might as well tear down the whole thing, start some decent land structure. Maybe a farmhouse.
Pour some
Or a
fine
tower.
fishing underground.
As it is, starting from scratch might be the best idea. I don't think any of these walls are sturdy enough to.
I mean, didn't they say there was something about like new walls trying to be built in here last time?
Yeah, which, judging from the story that Gilda has explained, that was probably part of the renovation that was already in effect until the attack occurred.
What is it with old buildings catching on fire because of renovations?
I don't know. There's this church once near my area.
Too soon.
But regardless, though, yeah, I'm not sure what more there is within the manor walls itself, but if there is anything that we have overlooked, feel free to examine it.
Well, I'm going to assume that if there was a second floor, it's gone.
At which point he kind of like starts to drift down to sleep.
Hey, wait a minute,
Hey,
wait a minute,
hey.
wait a minute. You're not supposed to sleep in these kind of conditions.
Come on, wake up! She's asleep.
Hey!
Yeah.
She should be fine.
That's how people die, when they fall asleep with concussion.
Well,
We
if
have
she
to-
dies, she dies. It's not our fault. We tried to wake her up. Let's go.
Okay.
We did our best.
I gave her water. And took a thing out of her mouth.
So at
You
this
want to
point,
pour water on her face, see if she wakes up?
Nah.
so at this point, now you have access to the inner area of this remains of the manor, which
Do
you
we-
guys can now investigate.
Do we have anything that will make it so we are safe in there? It's not a sound structure. I'm pretty sure the floors are going to give out on us. The ceiling might give out if there's any ceiling left.
With my stone skills, how's the walls looking? Like, are we risking total collapse anytime soon, or does it look like it's going to be holding up pretty well?
From your estimation, it seems like the worst has already passed, and whatever's standing is probably going to be standing unless you decide to like throw something bigger than it at it.
All right. Well, I would
Julie,
say
no explosive attacks, okay?
I would
Fireball!
say keep space from each other just to ensure that if there is any weakened floor, we don't all collapse into, you know, whatever structure foundation this place has. I honestly have no clue back in the day what kind of foundation anything had. What would it just be like?
It's
The
usually
thicker. Yeah, so if this thing did collapse, that means we would all fall on stone, right?
You would presume so, but no one has checked it out yet.
That would be painful. Okay, stonemason, go ahead.
All right.
Lead the way.
Honestly, old buildings, if they didn't have a cellar, they didn't really have a foundation.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes it worse.
But there would be nothing to fall onto.
The
It would
dirt.
already be on the ground.
The ground.
I've actually done a lot of like old.
What I mean is,
the
there is
facility
nothing
lookups.
under the. There is nothing under.
It's dirt.
The ground. It's just the ground.
Yeah.
So you would not fall.
So it wouldn't be a
There's nothing
pocket?
to fall in. No.
See,
Okay.
There's no pocket.
I've done a lot of like neat, like old Middle Ages house looking up stuff, and it was either stone if they could afford it, stone blocks and wood if they could to keep from rotting,
Right.
and would have just a dirt basement, so or first floor. So that's like where they would keep their horses and stuff. It's a lot of time on the first floor, kind of like your own private stables.
Okay, so if there is a basement that's what, like maybe a 8 to 10 foot drop.
Yeah, but I picture this place looking like a cathedral from what Sir Dan described. So
So
I'd assume it's all stonework everywhere.
okay, so 8 to 10 feet drop maybe, or
Maybe.
further. I just want to know how far I might fall if I'm going to die immediately if I fall through the floor here.
Are we starting up our own Undertale story?
Kind of.
Wow.
Maybe.
The four who fell.
The first thing is, does this even have a cellar?
Well, we know it has an underground pit.
Well, no one hasn't found out anything yet because no one hasn't given me an investigation roll yet.
That is
I don't know,
true.
man. This place looks like it's big enough to have at least 2 stories, and if a place has 2 stories, it at least has some sort of like under part for either alcohol
Yeah, root
or
cellar.
storage.
Yeah,
That is a
but
natural 2 on investigation for a 4.
Okay, let's see here.
I'm still looking, trying to find my investigation. It's a +0. I have nothing for this kind of stuff.
That's a 13.
that's a soft one.
Hey, I also got a 13. Neat.
Okay, so given your searching on the inside of the manor, most of the foundation seems intact, and most of the stonework almost seems stable. Griffin, you do come across one odd section in the floor. It almost looks very camouflaged, yet the stonework seems perfect, but at the same time, you also notice a small slit doorway.
Olgan?
I didn't do it.
No, come over here.
Oh,
Buffoon, what did you do?
listen, I found an ancient Twinkie, and it was perfectly safe.
Yeah, of course it was. Those things last forever.
Mind you, it was sentient, but that's its problem, not mine.
A mimic Twinkie?
It was delicious.
That just sounds horrifying.
It does, but at the same
It
time,
screams at you and
fun.
spits the filling. Ah, my eyes!
Olgan ate it anyway.
It was an eat or be eaten situation.
So, you find this odd section in the floor which almost looks like a door that you can open.
I'm going to see if I can find the trigger to open it some way.
I want to poke
Alright.
around too.
Alright. Given
But
the
I'm calling Bolgan to help because he knows more stonework than I do.
Listen, worst case scenario, we're smashing through.
Well, Bolgan, you've actually seen something similar of this design before.
Ooh.
In matter of fact, given the nature from where you come from, you do know that some families that you've helped do stone masonry work on would be, you would presume, an extra entrance to a basement. Except for the doorway, it's a little more fancier and a little more blended into the floor.
There's some fancy stuff, just like that Ashcroft mentioned.
So, but you also do know that there would most likely be a handle somewhere in order to actually lift the door open so you can descend downward.
I'm probably tracing my fingers around the edges trying to find it.
And as you do so, you do find the latch, which is under a bit about a good amount of dirt as well as debris, and suddenly you see part of the floor just lift open.
I didn't do it.
What didn't you do, buffoon?
Open the floor up.
And as you look downward, you see a set of stairs, stonework, going down.
Hey, Jule, you mind going first? Me and Ariella had a bad time going first underground last time.
At the same time,
I look at me. I look at you. I look at me.
I'll go second. I at least need to make sure that we don't fall in a pothole or something.
And
I'll go last.
I tried to squeeze through the hole.
Like
These things ain't made for people my size. The darkness stares back at Riffin.
Nope, because I don't see any darkness.
Alright, have your characters approach the lower right of the map.
Alright.
Alright.
Stop pushing, Bogan.
Get through the door, dang it. It's really tight in here.
Walk underneath all of your legs.
Okay, so
Well,
as you descend down the stairs, and you encounter the what you would say is the cellar of this location. The door at the bottom of the stairs opens atop a set of double stairs that descend north and south, about 10 feet into a cellar. At the west end of the room, a cistern full of clear water bubbles lazily. A door on the cellar's west wall is ajar.
okay, so I'm assuming down these stairs, walk down here, down these stairs. How far is the drop down this way, directly, instead of going down the stairways?
10
I
feet.
would say 10 feet.
Yeah, sure, I'll scooch off and I'll land.
I see the cistern. I get ready to start running.
No.
I kind of put my hand on her shoulder for a second. We can deal with jumping in pools later, dear.
One of these days it's going to be hydrochloric acid. You know that, right?
How is the alley?
Oh.
The general
I'm gonna be looking for.
the general area that you are in, or at least from what you presume is the base, how this place is built. The ceilings are about 10 feet high, and there is some. Actually, let's see. There's almost no light in this location, although it is mainly dark.
Okay, does anyone have a light switch for? I'm sure one of us can't see in the dark, right?
Me? I like pulling out a torch. Don't worry, I'm working on it.
I can see in everything.
Well, some guys ain't as handsome as you, Riven.
Bring the torch over here for a second.
Glad you noticed.
Hey, nabbit, come on.
I'm hesitant to be near water after Mr. Weird Tentacle thing, but
Yeah.
I still wanted to check the water.
There we go.
Okay.
Finally got it lit. I couldn't find my flint and steel in this darkness,
You know?
but I got it now.
Maybe you should have.
Be right back, guys. I hear someone knocking on my door.
Okay,
knocking on the wall's door.
so you're
Don't
so who's
answer.
looking at the
I'm wanting to inspect it if Bolgan puts a torch
I have
so
it,
I can
and
at
I'm
least
holding out
see it.
over it. And I'm also watching Jule.
And one of my daggers is out. Because again, do not trust this fucking thing.
All right.
The fluids
you
have
look
betrayed us in the past.
You look over the water, and it looks like it appears pure. But the weird thing is, it's that weird bubble lazy aspect to the water that's like.
You mean kind of like it looks like it's boiling kind of thing?
Kinda.
Jule, no.
She'll be fine. She'll be fine.
Technically, Jule's like a canary in the caves. If there's any
Cannonball!
if there's any poison gases down here, unfortunately, Jule's a lot closer to the ground.
Yeah, but that stuff rises, so who knows exactly, unless it comes from the ceiling. I don't trust this.
A lot of heavy gases hold towards the ground.
I'm back.
Yeah, so don't jump in the water.
We found out it's bubbling in a weird way, so probably not.
A, it's a fizzy drink. B, it's boiling water. C, it has a gas underneath it. Which now that I realize it, holding a flaming torch over this water, if it's something
Let's
like
move
natural
back a
gas,
little bit.
may be a bad idea.
I mean, there's only one way to know. So no one dips something in.
No.
We all stare at Jule. No!
Okay, you said there's a jarred door on the other side?
Yes, there.
Jarred or ajarred?
If
jar.
it's heat, we should feel the heat from it, right?
I mean,
Which you don't feel any heat at all.
yeah, no.
There's gases coming out of
I'm gonna sidle over to where the ajar door is and try to peek through without touching it.
Okay.
Now, what's the deal with this other area near Riffin? I mean,
Is that this?
Yeah, it's that door, which is a wooden door.
What's over in this direction over here?
Carefully
That's wall.
sidle over and try to peek in. Do I see anything?
It's hard to tell. What type of vision do you have?
I have dark vision.
And I have a torch.
Let's see. From that angle, you would think there are boxes, but you're not sure what else is in there.
I'm gonna check this door for traps.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so that's what is that? Investigation?
Yeah.
Oof. Oh. No, it's fine, guys. There's no traps at all.
I trust you completely.
Go check it out.
Oh, that's
Okay.
a natural one.
And I open the door.
Okay. It appears safe, and the door opens.
Oh, okay.
See,
Well,
I
we'll
trusted you,
investigate.
Ariella.
Okay, so the door's open.
What do we win?
What do we see?
A tiny hallway. Yay!
Woo! Loot! Careful.
I found boxes.
So, what are you guys doing?
I'm
holding
looking.
a torch and looking around.
Okay.
Like, do these boxes look marked at all? Food, wine, anything?
Give me a perception roll.
Sure.
Anyone who's in the room who wants to make a perception roll, do so.
Like the arrow, I'm moving my torch around and looking at all the labels, so I'm doing a perception roll.
Perception. That is a 19.
Only a 10.
Okay, so
I've not had great rolls today.
alright, so Bulgan, you're providing light while looking with your eyes. Aura. As you're searching the crates to see what their labeled are, or if they're labeled at all, you do come across something very interesting on the western part of the wall.
Okay.
As you are investigating the boxes, you hear it was an odd tingling sound, and you look at where you heard this noise.
Mm-hmm.
At what point you see what looks to be a series of flasks rigged. It's almost as if someone set this here. If the crates were moved, it would drop the flasks, and you would presume to catch the crates on fire.
Okay, is there any way I can try to disarm this?
Well, considering you've seen where it is, give me a dexterity roll or sleight of hand check.
Okay, which one's better? Let me check really quick.
Well, how about Jule and Riffin are like, nah, I ain't going in there.
Actually,
Okay,
I'm.
so
You guys got it.
I'm investigating the water.
Ah,
So
Okay.
I'm gonna
dexterity.
investigate the rest of the room.
I have a +4 to dexterity. Oh, I have a +4 to sleight of hand. Okay, so either one. Make deep 22.
Okay. You reach over to grab the flasks, and at which point, after you secured it in your hand, you decide to carefully move it out of the way. So you realize, yeah, if this thing would have dropped, it probably would have engulfed the entire room.
Man, that sucks.
Well.
Let me hold this torch a little further away from you.
And it's at this point you realize that the flasks are what appears to be alchemist fire.
I'll have to ask our lovely group magic person about that. And
So,
how
and
many of you? How many did you say there were?
3.
Nice.
So
Take
we
it all
basically
of
got 3 hand grenades now.
Taking all of them. Okay. So now that this is disarmed, I'm assuming there's some nice ass wine or something in here. I want to look through these crates.
Okay,
It better be
so
worth something if the fire was involved.
as you investigate the crates and the contents that are inside, just to confirm, you realize that the casks contain building supplies, nails, mortars, glue, and so forth.
Ugh.
And given the amount of material here, it's roughly about 100 gold pieces worth of material.
I tell Bolgan about it, but I'm not interested
Ooh,
because
this is
it's
nice
not
stuff.
wine. I want a drink.
Now, I could use this stuff.
Okay,
We'll come back for it later, darling. I think it'd be a little bit hard to
We're gonna
carry
need
with
some
us.
teams of horses for this.
However,
so all right. While you guys are doing that, Jule and Riffin, what were you guys doing?
I'm kind of just looking around the room.
Okay. Give me a general perception roll then.
All right.
And what were you doing, Riffin?
I was investigating the water.
Okay. In what manner are you trying to investigate it?
Well, considering there's no heat, I want to test Bolden's theory that it might be gas. So, considering the torch itself didn't do anything around here, which is glad,
Yeah.
I'm going to use the tinderbox to see if a spark does something when near the water.
All right.
And I rolled a 13.
Okay. You test this theory, and there appears to be no spark.
Okay, no gas. Huh. Then I'm not sure what it is.
I would also like to bring up the fact that someone set up a trap to destroy nails with fire. Just saying.
it wasn't just the nails, though.
I
It
know,
was
but-
mortar and a couple other things.
But yeah, mortars, basically
Building
sand.
supplies. It's basically building supplies.
But why would you trap or
You're
hide
building
it?
supplies.
I mean, all it's going to do is cause a major fire to burn down the rest of the building.
Maybe
Well, the
that's
thing
what they
is-
were expecting.
The thing is, why would you trap building supplies that are also hidden?
In the building.
But, Jule, for your roll, though, you said you got a 12?
13.
You look around, and it's like, appears to be just normal wall.
Ariella. I'm starting to feel more like this whole thing about possibly your theory of being insurance fraud is starting to be a little more realistic. We got a room full of some flammable and non-flammable objects underneath the big building with a fire set up.
True, and if this were to go off, the flask and the things involved would definitely be destroyed, leaving no evidence that it was caused by these flasks.
And the insurance, all they would know is all the building material burned up, the building burned to the ground.
True enough.
What's this at the end of the pool?
That's the cistern itself. You know how there are like wells and they have like this odd like display thing that water comes out.
Yeah.
That's basically that.
Okay. What is it displaying?
That's a good question.
Eldritch horror, angelic beauty.
A lion.
No, it mainly looks like a just a plain like basin like setup. Nothing too fancy.
And here I was hoping for a crab.
It looks like this
The
just
face of
this room and
Cthulhu.
that room. I think we
Just
searched
watching
this
me.
place and did our best.
Time to go home.
Okay.
Well, to be fair, you two were searching that room, and the other two were searching that room. So
True.
Well,
at this
I'm
point, you
trading
guys can
places.
run.
we found some building supplies, and it looks like they tried to set up a trap to blow the things up. Julie,
Yeah.
I found a couple of these very interesting flasks.
I'll take a look at them. I'll come over.
I'll give her one.
Hey, Riffin, you figure anything about this water yet?
Well, it's not heat and it's not gas, so I have no idea.
Do I
No,
know
I-
It's not
anything about
flammable
this?
gas.
This what's in the flask or?
I don't
Alchemist.
have much experience, but I've been around a time or two, and I think I recognize alchemist's fire when I see it.
And as she shows it to you, it practically is alchemist fire.
Alchemist fire. I mean, you could throw it and it'll set something on fire. Be really cool.
Mm.
I look over towards Buffoon.
Don't. We want our people in full amounts of health
Speaking
I
of
don't
which,
I would have healed him afterwards.
and
speaking
wasted
of
a
which,
spell healing.
I dipped my left hand into the water.
Don't.
Okay. You dip it in.
I'm like staring at Riffin while I'm doing this. I'm like, get me out if something goes wrong.
Nothing appears to happen.
No fizzy tingling or anything. I was curious if this might have been some form of like mineral hot spring or something.
Well, you stick your hand in, and it seems normal to you.
It's their private hot spring.
I think we just raided the bathroom.
Well, the
And
thing
there's-
is, there was no heat, so it's.
Yeah, and as you
It
stick
wouldn't
your
be a
hand,
hot spring.
in, Bolgan, the water's cold.
Huh. I
Like
mentioned that.
ice cold or
Cold enough that you can drink it and to quench your thirst.
So is it safe to jump in?
Yeah, sure.
Mm, I
Just-
still don't trust
if you,
it.
If you go down the drain, you'll end up back in that sewer we fought in.
No thanks.
So the rest of this room is just nothing.
No
I
one
mean, I
has
looked around, didn't see anything out of the ordinary.
I'll look
Okay.
around and do perception since I'm already over in this area.
All right.
Yeah, might as well.
All right. Give me either a perception or investigation roll if you wish in this room.
Okay, so that's a 13.
13. Okay, so you're generally searching this room. Anyone else doing any rolls, or?
I got a 15.
I'm intrigued by the water for some reason.
I mean, I guess I'll take another look around the room as well.
Feel free to check the room we
Alrighty.
left as well.
I'll do investigation. That is a 6.
You found a shiny rock.
Everything almost looks the same to you, Julie. Alright, so what was Bolgan's and Aura's rolls?
13.
I had a 15.
Okay,
I think it's the highest roll I've had so far today.
Okay.
Considering he's a stonemason, would he have advantage on stonework like this?
Not particularly, however.
I'm just asking because sometimes you could get away with it.
But however, Bolgan, you said you had a 15?
I had a 15 and I'm holding a torch.
Okay. Alright, so we'll say this happened simultaneously. Aura, were you generally in the same area as Bolgan, or were you searching another part of the room?
I'm around here, just kind of trying to look to see if, there's any other doors or any
Alright.
weird spots.
Alright, so generally, as you're kind of looking around the room, and which deviates you away from Bolgan, you do notice one odd thing, which you didn't notice on the way down. It is roughly around where Julie is. You notice that there is apparently some form of a red brand. You're not... It's like you kind of spot it, but you're not sure what that's all about. Which, roughly at that time, Bolgan.
I'm gonna start walking over.
Bolgan, as you're searching around that area, you do notice what looks to be a door in the corner of the room.
Hey, guys. I think I might have found something. Again.
What'd you find?
More doors.
Found a door.
One does not simply walk into more doors.
You'd be surprised.
And Bolgan, as you're around that section, give me either a investigation or survival or perception.
Oh, please tell me this is going to be the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom boob statue door opener. Alright, rolling down the river. Okay, I rolled a 12. What was the options?
Investigation or survival or perception.
Investigation is 0, survival is a 2, and you said perception?
Yeah.
That's a 0, so 14 with the survival.
As you notice the door, you also notice a set of what looks to be dirt tracks at the base of the floor.
Did they look fresh? Because I got a torch. Did they look wet or anything?
Well, from what you look when you're looking at this, if they were fresh tracks, you would presume they were.
I quickly give a hold up and then get down and get over here kind of sign with my hands.
Okay, coming.
Now, is there another door latch like the last one, or are we looking for an actual trigger of some kind?
This one does not have a door latch, and judging from how this one is built, you may actually have to brute pull it.
I look at Riffin and snap my fingers and point at his... I'm assuming his climbing gear is probably on his belt, right?
In my backpack, yeah.
Because I still don't know if
You
this is
said-
a pull or push door.
You said there was a red thing over here?
Yeah, there was.
What does it look like?
You just notice it looks like a red mark. It's kind of odd how among the walls there's no other distinguished markings or anything, but it's like something sticks out here.
Oh, God. Julie, after you're done over there, could you come over here, dear? I'm gonna try to see if this thing is trapped.
Hey, Riffin, buddy, come
Okay,
here for a
come
second.
back. Do you find something too?
Yes.
Riffin, buddy, come here. Let me borrow some of your climbing gear. I need to see if I can get this thing open.
Alright, so
So between my tools and Riffin's, what are those things called? The things you stick in the stone?
Pitons?
Pitons?
Pitons, yeah. I tried to get something in there to try and see if I can't pull or push it open.
while you're doing that, Aura, give me an investigation roll.
Cool beans!
You can do it.
May the rolls ever be in your favor.
Right. Investigation. This is in alphabetical order. That is a 14?
Okay, as you're examining this wall, as you kind of look along the wall, it looks like this particular piece of wall used different type of materials to build it. But upon closer examination as to why this is, you feel around it, and you think you feel some form of a breeze behind it.
So we got 2 former passages and blocked up by the looks of it.
So, can I find where I feel that and try to run my dagger along it? See if I find, like, I don't know, something.
Well, you feel like whatever is behind this patchwork wall, you may have to either attempt to pry it off, or you may need to brute force this wall.
Bolgan, when you're done over there, could you come over here, dear?
Sure,
I mean,
sure.
I could blast the door over and over again, see if that works.
Hey, you remember how the building above us is possibly going to fall down on top of us and bury us alive?
You guys do know you are, like, at least more than probably 50 feet below the surface.
Explosions in confined spaces have the grenade effect.
Yeah, I don't want to attempt that. I try to point out the symbol to Julie, and I'm going to ask her, does this feel like magical in any way to you?
I'll take a look at it. I assume it's very high, and I'm jumping to try and look at it.
I can lift you up to do it.
Lap hold.
So, taking the time to remove a piece of the wall to see what this brand is, give me a history roll.
History, okay.
Totally thought you said head straight.
Am
was
I
like, what's that?
assisting?
If you wish.
Cool, I'm assisting.
So I get advantage on the history roll?
You do.
Yay! Okay, that's good. One was a natural 1, and the other is a 10 for a 12.
Okay. You think you may have heard of this brand before. In fact, you recognize this brand as the Red Brand Ruffians.
Red Brand Ruffians.
I love
How
the
many
breakfast
people
cereal.
own this building?
I love the breakfast cereal. It's really crunchy.
God damn it.
What do I know of the Red Brand Ruffians, or just their name?
It's great.
Given you got a 12, now that I think about it, and from what history that Phandalin itself had, you remember they had a bit of they tried to gain some form of a foothold in Phandalin at one point. And you have reason to believe that whatever presence they had, they may have marked their territory at one point.
Better than peeing on trees.
Used to be some group that was trying to get a foothold here. They're probably long gone.
Interesting.
How long ago was that? Do you know?
Given your role, you would estimate about 5 years ago.
About 5 years ago.
Oh, fun.
Isn't that
Consider
time kind of
if
colliding?
Kinda. I'm also thinking, wasn't this building first from a certain mayor? at some point.
Huh?
And wasn't it also part of some old game quest from another game?
Out of character, yes.
Yeah.
But regardless, so each of you take the time to pry the door open or get it open, as eventually both sides do lead to some sort of a hallway.
We got a hallway over here.
Same here.
I'm still.
Let's
Let's see,
I'm still
do we
where
want to
these
go
doors come
down
from.
the hallway Aurelia and me found, or the one Bulgin found?
I'm gonna. Okay.
What do we
I'm
see
gonna
down
hold-
this hallway?
I'm gonna hold my finger to my lips on Julie, and just be like, I'm gonna check it out. Not too far in, just a little bit, just to see if I notice anything. All right?
Yeah. I stick the torch around the corner and get a
Gonna-
look-see as
kinda-
well.
I nod.
I'm gonna slowly try to scooch in.
Alrighty. So, alright. First, Bulgin, you look in your hallway, and it's a long hallway, and there's a turn. So, that's as far as you can see.
I'm going to sneak my way over to here and peek around the corner and then realize how horrible an idea of a man holding a torch peeking around a corner is not as stealthy as I think it is. And I think, man, I really wish Riffin came over here and did this instead. But I'm like, screw it, I'm already here.
So, Aura, you peek in your doorway hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. The face murals and metal etchings, probably once quite beautiful, adorn this hallway. An open pit divides the passage's eastern and western ends. Hanging from nooses above the pit are two humanoid figures.
Nope.
Each clothed
Nope.
in white with a purple hood pulled over its head.
That's
Nope.
some definite
Nope.
nope room.
Nope. You said there's a. Okay, so first of all, I am checking my immediate area to make sure, because if there's flask of fire stuff in their little casky room, I just assume that there might be
Oof.
traps otherwhere. So I'm going to be checking for traps.
Okay, so
Woo, that is nice. Okay, so that's 15, 16, 17, 18.
okay. Are you moving in the room?
Slowly.
And Riffin's just like, I'm
Move.
Let me
looking at the
know if
pretty
you
water.
need help.
Move your character on where you are moving to.
Right there.
Now, that's a brave move right there.
Let's see if it pays out.
You are searching your general area that you can search within reach of you.
Mm.
It appears safe here.
Okay, so there's people hanging. Where are they hanging?
From the ceiling, right? Over the pit?
Over
Talk about...
And you said they had purple on them?
Purple hood pulled over their heads.
That sounds more like a royal execution to me.
Wait,
But-
there's... I do have dark vision. Can I see over here? To see, does that look like a door?
It does look like wooden doors, yes.
See, I see that there's no floor here, and...
Are you going to have to Indiana Jones swing over the pit?
On the bodies?
Yes.
No, please, no. Mm.
Man, I hope these tendons are still holding up.
Julie, if you would like to come in here, dear, just stand where, over by where I'm standing, and I'm gonna, yeah. I was just like,
Buffoon, get in here now!
I point at the bodies. I'm like, listen, I'm not one for grand architecture in a place, but that doesn't seem like proper decor, does it?
No. And this just creeps me out.
Would I have heard Jule yell my name from there?
Give me a perception roll.
I mean, Riffin might have heard it.
Riffin,
That's
Riffin,
11.
Riffin.
Yeah, you probably would have.
Okay. So I probably turn around with my recon and I'm heading over. Hey guys, I found a hallway with lots of turns and oh my god!
And I'm just gonna make sure that he stands behind me, because it's like, no, actually, no. I'm gonna stand here, and you can stand in front of me like the good wall of muscle you are.
Buffoon, you see if there's a way to get across that pit.
Who the hell pissed these guys off to do this?
How did they even hang them above the pit?
You know,
maybe there's a
probably
switch
plank
somewhere. Maybe there's a switch somewhere.
Or a
I'm
plank.
gonna start looking around the immediate section of wall to see if there's a switch or something to make that not be a pit.
All right, Riffin, what are you doing during this time?
There's a room full of boxes over there. Maybe we can just empty them out and stack the boxes over the hole.
Maybe. Actually, that doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Guys, Riffin, what are you doing?
I am very confused about the bubbles still.
Still the bubbles. I love it.
Well, let's think of it this way.
Grabs Riffin.
You think about it, it's like nothing on a physical level seems to understand why, but it's like as you're trying to ponder this, you are pulled by Bolgan.
I was going to do an arcane check, but
Well, I mean, you might have been able to do that while I was, going down
Okay,
the hallway.
so
You know what,
here,
okay, fine. What's wrong?
I'll give you the roll.
from as
Okay.
far away as I am, is there any way to tell how old these bodies look?
And
Like,
the rope conditions or anything?
yeah.
From your distance, they
Probably
look
not.
like humanoid figures. Yeah, it's
Yes, but
kinda hard
I
to
mean,
tell.
can anyone see how rotted they look? Because if we're,
If they're bones, they should be falling apart by now. So we should
I
be able
don't
to
like the
tell.
idea of running, jumping, using them to swing over. But if that's the only way to do it,
This is the point where I turn and go, by the way, I found another door and another hallway that has less corpses and giant pits in it.
true, but it might not be attached to this one.
Yeah, this one's got double doors, and I like those more because I don't have to turn sideways walking through them.
Okay, so Griffin, what was your roll out of curiosity?
12.
You ponder on the thought on maybe it's something magical in the water, and you're pondering on it. While you do know of some magical effects, none of it seems to come to mind at the moment.
By the way you're looking at those bubbles are, I can think it's
I
a
guess
fish.
I was interrupted by a Bolgan.
Pretty much.
would be- Yeah.
All I can think about is Riffin being like that fish and Finding Nemo. I was like, bubbles!
Bubbles!
I love that
My
fish.
bubbles.
Mine.
It's a big
So
bubble.
yeah, you see what looks to be humanoid figures, and well, you're not sure how old or decrepit they look because, well, distance-wise, it's kind of hard to tell from this distance.
Bolgan, are you still holding the torch?
Absolutely. Nearly dropped it earlier when I saw the corpses because it took me off guard a little bit. But,
Throw the rock at him.
At the bodies?
let the
Yeah, why
bodies
not?
hit the floor.
That seems a little bit rude, don't you think?
You know, if I was an undead hanging from the ceiling with
If
a
they were
crossbow, I'd be really
alive,
pissed if somebody
yeah,
threw a rock at
but
me.
If
they're
they
not
were-
really alive.
If they were undead, then obviously wouldn't they have tried to move already?
Yeah.
Maybe-
That's-
Luring us into a
Maybe
false
if
sense
they
of
are
security.
undead, maybe it's because we're back here they haven't moved.
Just throw the rock.
Also a fair point.
Give me an attack roll.
I'm asking Bolgan.
Oh.
I'm asking Bolgan too.
I grabbed the largest fist-sized, bowling ball-sized rock I can find.
There's some hand-sized rocks in this
Well, I mean,
hallway.
we did
so-
just collapse a hallway door, right? Where Rippon's standing?
Yeah, there's that too.
I
But
figured there's
regardless,
something big there.
give me an attack roll.
Alright, so... This is basically be like the javelin.
Let's see.
It's a melee weapon.
It'd be an
thrown.
improvised
Well,
weapon.
Yeah, technically it's an
Okay.
improvised weapon. So
Well,
you,
if these guys are also saying that these might be actually not dead bodies, I'm gonna get out my bow and arrow.
I'm pretty sure they're dead, but with a hit of the rock, we can see several things. First of all, how old they are, most likely,
Okay.
and second, if there's no basic trap on them.
so
Okay,
as far
so
as it
what's
goes for the
improvised
roll,
weapon? Because all I have is
alright.
unarmed
all right.
strike.
So what you're gonna roll is you're gonna roll your d20, and you're just gonna add your strength modifier. You will not get your proficiency mod.
Okay, so that's 1d20 plus 6. Eight plus 6 is
14.
yeah.
I don't think you add your proficiency mod, so wouldn't it be a +4?
Just strength. Just a +4.
Okay, +4, not the saving. Oh, that's a saving throw. Never mind. It's all right.
So it'd be a 12?
Not my best throw.
Shall we
I would
try
be very
again?
disappointed if you miss with that, because
I'm holding a torch and tossing now.
I'll hold the torch. You throw.
Thank you.
no, I would be disappointed if that misses.
Come on, what did you get?
A 12.
Let me check.
How hard is it to hit a dead body?
How hard is it to hit a dead body?
Listen,
I mean,
Listen, I know that sounds horrible, but really, think about it.
I'm having flashbacks of that time I was at that.
It's
Kid's
not
birthday
even a
party with
moving
the pinata.
target.
You know what? That makes a good episode title right there.
How hard is it to hit a dead body?
It's a great episode title.
I agree.
I forgot there are actually tokens, so let me just check there.
Ah, that is not a purple mask at all. You freaking lied to me. Oh God.
Did I trigger something I shouldn't have?
Yeah, 11 hits.
Anyone else looking at these things and thinking
So-
of Batman the Animated Series?
Oh yeah.
So,
All I can see is the scarecrow.
Alright. All right, guys. So let's see, improvised weapon. So I say basically it'd be a D4. So give me a D4 plus your strength.
Okay. Strength is +4, so D4 +4.
Yep.
That's a 1, unfortunately, so that's a 5 damage.
All right, and which one were you hitting?
Yes.
Which
closest
one?
one.
You two to pick.
Okay, so you throw it at it, and you're used to doing damage to people, or what would be people, but it didn't sound like hitting flesh. It's more sound like the moment as the rock hit this thing, it more sounded like a mixture of straw and wood getting hit.
I'm getting one of them danger stranger feelings. We might want to leave.
But the doors! The doors!
well,
Do you
Which-
see what the hell I just hit?
I mean, to
Well-
be fair, they're
to be
hooked
fair,
up,
you-
right?
They're
Yeah,
hooked
and it's
up.
like
We
they-
could
they
just.
don't-
I lean over to Ariella. I'm like, alchemist fire.
from that
Good
sound,
point!
sounds like these are not bodies, these are puppets.
Shall we burn them?
You know what? I have
I
a
don't
torch.
know.
I could actually probably burn the closest one with the torch. The further one I probably can't reach, but...
Do you want to get closer, though?
Hey, could you check the stairs or stones in front of my feet here? I'm gonna be looking too, because, you know, stonework and all
Technically,
that.
okay, so I stepped here and I looked at stuff.
I'm just worried this
and
is a trap as
These two looked fine. The ones in front of me looked fine, and the one me and Julie are on looked fine. So these two didn't look like they were trapped,
well. We don't
with
know
what I
anything about
rolled?
these two.
but I don't know anything about the ones that are like immediately no.
Question. What are they hanging from?
Rope.
Why don't we just shoot the rope?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Or try to throw the alchemist fire at them and hope I hit.
I mean, I could
I
throw
think
a tiny bolt of fire at the rope and
You
burn
know
it
what?
off.
That's cost-effective material right there.
Yes, but okay. Here's the thing.
All
We
right,
don't know. We don't know how deep the pit is.
guys.
Mhm.
Bolgan, as you step there, it's like you're looking at this thing, and the recent impact is swaying as you normally would expect.
It's turned into a ghost movie.
At which point, and this is a surprise for you, this thing, it's like, oh, well, okay, it's just rocking back and forth from my rock I threw at it, and then all of a sudden it swings at you.
Dodge!
Dodge and dodge.
Dodge, Bolgan!
Let's see, that is... Unfortunately, that is a miss.
What do you mean, unfortunately?
This thing swings itself at your body as if this thing just tried to wrap itself around you as you manage to avoid getting hit by this thing.
Julie, send this thing back to hell.
At this point,
Stranger danger!
At this point, initiative rolls.
Oh, I just realized I have reach with my halberd.
Yes, you do. Okay, I'll take it. 17.
Ooh.
That is a 13. We going to
Griffin?
die.
Griffin?
8.
And a 12 for me.
Let's see, what do they get?
I'm probably trying to figure out some way to tape the torch to my halberd so I can poke it with fire.
You don't have time for that.
You don't have time for that.
Enemy, asterisk. That's not good.
Julie, enter flamethrower mode. Go!
Alright.
Yeah.
Ariella, pick her up
Aura.
and use her as a flamethrower.
Aura. What do you
Okay,
do?
so I have two options here. One is try to shoot at the rope, hope that it hits, and then depending on how far down the pit goes, they're stuck down there. Or two, alchemist fire. DM,
Or 3 just walk
can
out of
okay,
the
so can I? Would you allow me to know what I would need to roll to throw the alchemist flask at one of these things?
You would need to make an improvised weapon throw attack. So that is what you need to roll for alchemist fire.
Okay, so where would I find that on my sheet?
It's basically a range attack, but you do not add your proficiency modifier.
Okay, so it would just be a straight 20,
It'd be a d20 plus whatever your dex modifier is.
which is +4.
So you would only have a +4 to attack.
Okay. Now, do I know anything about alchemist fire? Like, does it spread out? Like, would this, if I throw it and it does hit, would this hit Bolgan?
You can find the alchemist fire details in the player's handbook. No, it's generally a square where when it basically breaks on contact on where you throw it, and it normally would do fire damage.
Okay. Fire damage. Okay, I knew what it was, technically, with my roll. Would I know... no, I probably wouldn't know how much it cost damage-wise.
It should tell you in the book.
So
On
just
a hit, the target takes 1d4 fire damage
1d4, that's it?
at the start of each turn.
Okay.
A creature can end this damage by using an action to make a DC 10 dex check to extinguish the fire.
Okay, so if I hit it with this, and technically Bolgan heard like hay and wood, which is definitely burnable, it would waste a turn instead of attacking, trying to put it out, so that would be useful. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to take a step forward, not too much. I'm I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna throw one of these flasks.
Get an attack roll then. Improvised attack roll.
Please, 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 please. That's 20!
Woohoo!
Okay. You.
Yay!
All right. You managed to
That's
chuck
a
this thing.
24!
And
That's a 24!
which one are you attacking?
The one that's trying to attack Bolgan.
All right. Give me the damage then.
Okay, you said a D4? Right.
Actually, it gets it's on fire, but it takes damage on the start of each of its turn.
Well, it's going next, so
So how much damage?
It doesn't have any initial damage, unless you can say it's an improvised weapon. It does improvised damage from the hit on itself.
Well, I'm mainly asking for the damage, so I know how much they're taking on their turn.
1d4 fire damage.
Okay, so roll me that.
I'm so happy. Okay,
That's some good laughter.
4. That's 4.
Okay. So, doing anything else?
These guys are going up like a kerosene lit torch.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a bonus action to hide.
Okay. So there goes.
Now, are they both on fire or only one of them?
Just one.
So because it was an improvised weapon, that's not going to do the sneak attack because he was already engaged with somebody, is it?
No.
Okay. Okay. Just wanted to check.
And let's see, for its turn. All right, so it has to make a dexterity saving throw. You said.
Yes. Of
All
10.
right. Alrighty.
Two.
So let's see what he does. Okay, this will be very odd to see. You see this thing take damage as you see this thing like swinging about as it's like trying to like put itself out as it hits the wall, slamming itself up into the ceiling, just like whack, 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 whack. And
Scarecrow, you like a little fire, eh?
and it does manage to snuff the flame out.
Aww. I wasted an alchemist flask.
My question is, since it's alchemist fire, is the pit now lit up underneath?
Well, it would be, but at the same time, from your distance, you can't see the bottom because of where you are standing.
Did it seem like it took, average damage or more damage?
It took roughly about, you would presume, average damage.
Dang it. I was hoping magic fire would help, hurt that thing more.
So
It was a good try.
So that was its turn because, well, it basically took time to snuff the flame out. Jules, what do you do?
I'm gonna fire a firebolt at it.
Alrighty.
Which it? And I'm assuming these guys all have reach.
Apparently,
you
alchemist
presume-
fire is not magical anymore.
Okay, that is a 12.
Alright, that hits. How much damage?
Okay, got my D8. 8 points of fire damage. Wow!
At least
Flame
we're
on!
Alrighty. Anything else?
I'm gonna run out the room. Yeah.
Bolgan, what do you do?
Okay, the first thing I do is take my torch and toss it here into the corner. So I can
Okay.
try and make sure I can see both of these guys from where I'm standing.
Natural 20, and you throw it in the pit. Oops.
So I just kind of toss it to the side as I pull out my halberd. Because I'm going to need 2 hands for this thing.
Yep, yours.
Alright, so yeah, we got a little light source still for me. And I'm going to be swinging at Mr. Creepy right here.
Hello, chat.
hello.
Hunster.
Or what now?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
What's your attack roll?
Someone's in.
Let's see. 8 plus 6.
All right.
So a 14 then?
That hits.
All right. So 1d2 and plus 4. Uh, 6 plus 4, it's 10 damage.
All right. Anything else?
I look back at Ariel, I'm like, do we really need to fight these things? I mean, could we just,
Door!
leave? Yeah, you're right, door.
All right. Let's see. Next up, Griffin. What do you do?
I'll just throw an Eldritch Blast against the nearest one.
Alrighty.
That one. That's an 18.
That hits.
That's 7 force damage.
Alrighty. Anything else, Griffin?
I'm wondering why Bolgan didn't even go to the door.
Aura, you're up.
Okay.
Well, I gotta be a meat shield.
Oh, wait. Was I supposed to roll because I was hiding? Or...
Well, technically, but at the same time, it's your turn. So what do you do?
I'm going to come out of hiding, and because this one is engaged with Bolgan, I'm going to try to attack it, and hopefully get sneak attack. Yeah. My bow. My short bow.
Doesn't engage mean next to it?
I mean, they're fighting, right? So its attention is on him. And even if its attention is like, okay, so if that doesn't work, then me hiding and popping out should.
Yeah, that should.
One of them should.
I'm just thinking that engaging means next to each other. But
Well, she's using a ranged weapon, so it's still engaging with that.
no, I mean,
Just give me your attack roll.
yeah, it still counts.
Frig. 13.
That hits.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
it-
that
if it-
is...
A 12 already hit with an improvised weapon, so
Listen, I didn't hear about the 12.
I think it was the rock.
1d6 plus 2, so that's 5 regular damage. And then...
Okay.
And then
And
I get... Would you allow me to get my sneak attack in as well? Either from the hiding or from him being engaged with...
Well, here's the thing. He technically has reach on Bolgan. But also, the damage you've done normally is enough to kill it.
Oh, sweet!
Sweet.
So no sneak attack damage.
So, you basically attack this thing, and for whatever this thing is made of, this thing was very durable, as you managed to basically deliver a killing blow, as the activity that this thing was showing just suddenly just goes very limp
Okay.
compared to the one technically next to it.
Let's see here. In that case, oh. Can I get a second attack?
No, not
No.
durable.
Yeah. I'm just gonna bonus action, get another arrow out, and say one down.
All right, so the other scarecrow, which kind of hangs there, just not doing anything.
You can
at least-
do something else on that bonus action.
And technically attack, yeah, but do you really want to throw a dagger?
You're not getting it
Well,
back.
No,
No,
that's not what I mean. I mean, getting an arrow does not take an action.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a free action. So
Yeah. So would I be able to attack with a second arrow? And he said no.
Not
No.
not attack, no.
The bow is counted as a two-handed weapon, so no.
Yeah, as I said, he said no to me attacking again, so
Yeah. But that
it's
doesn't
flavor
mean that you-
text.
But regardless, though,
Okay, fine.
Jules.
Okay, I'm gonna look back and see that one of them is acting limp. I'm gonna fire and firebolt at the other one.
Okay.
13.
All right. Give me damage.
7 fire damage.
Alrighty. Anything else?
Ah!
Bolgan.
Well, I look back at Ariella and Riff and I go, okay, well, one down. So, they got reach. I guess I better move in and move out.
Alrighty.
So I
So
step
where are you
over
moving?
here.
Alright, so as you do that, it did technically wait to ready in action.
Eh,
Alright, let's see. I doubt a 12 hits.
no. You need at least
Alright.
16.
As this thing does try to swing itself toward you, as it almost went to grab your head to pull you in. So now that it missed, give me your what you do.
I try to get a nice big swing on that pinata that's swinging towards me with my halberd.
Alright, give me an attack roll.
All right. 18 plus 6.
That hits.
Yeah. That's my highest roll so far today, so I'm at least gonna be slightly
Okay.
happy about it.
I'm yelling to Vulcan. You know, that rope he's hanging from is far less durable than that thing itself.
Yeah, but he might still, like, we don't know how deep the pit is, and he might be able to climb out and attack us.
Well, alright, well, give me your damage roll, Bolgan.
All right. That's a 9 plus 4, so 13 total.
And since you're actually at the edge now, you can actually look down this pit.
Don't
Okay.
do it.
I give a quick look over before I step back.
The pit looks roughly about 20 feet deep.
Is the
Let's
alchemist fire still
see.
burning at the bottom?
You see what little remains of the alchemist fire as it dripped down, but you also see something sparkling at the bottom of the pit.
Don't trust it.
Not to alarm anybody, but there may be shinies at the bottom of the hole as I step back.
Well,
Alright.
obvious. This is
Well,
a trap, so
and-
these things are supposed to pull adventurers in and drop them below.
Okay, as you tried to step away, it does actually hit you this time.
Because it's got the 10-foot range, so it has an attack of opportunity.
So 21 hits.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, at which point, as this thing successfully grabs you by the head, it immediately starts to pull you into the pit.
I
Give
mean,
me a
he's...
dexterity saving throw.
Bolgan's kind of a bigger dude. How much freaking strength do these things have?
So saving throw strength,
No, dexterity.
dexterity, okay. I still got a plus 2 on it. $13 plus 2, so 15.
Okay. As you are basically, get this thing off me, get this thing off me, as it
Xenomorph!
pulls, as it slowly pulls you, you manage to just stop before it pulls you over the edge as you lift this thing off your head, and it's like, but you are considered prone at the moment.
I'm considered prone. That's not actually prone. I'm at a 45-degree angle. Did I take any damage from that? Or was it just like a grapple?
You did not take any damage from this. No.
I'll take a prone with no damage.
So let's see. You started moving. So technically, if you want, you could still technically stand, but that would basically end your movement.
Okay.
Yes, but at least you won't be prone, so they
Yeah,
won't get
I'd-
advantage on
I'd
hitting
much
you.
prefer standing.
Okay. So
From 45 to 90, I'm up.
Griffin, you're up.
Well, I need a better angle, so I'm going here and shoot another Eldritch Blast.
Be advised, don't get close, their crotches bite.
That's a 13.
That hits.
Meh. Like 7 force damage.
All right. Anything else?
Not really, I guess.
Aura.
Taking a step.
As long as you don't get close, they are not really a danger. They are technically basically a trap,
Yeah.
in a way.
Very angry trap.
14. I rolled a natural 13, so I can't do math right now.
A number greater than 13.
17.
think you have a plus
That
6
hits.
bonus to attack.
Okay, and I didn't call anything, so I don't think I would get the sneak attack on this one. So that's 6 damage.
All right. Anything else?
I'm gonna just stay here.
Alrighty.
Prepare another arrow.
All right. So this thing will attempt to attack you again, Bolgan, as you are its closest target.
It happens.
But I doubt a 10 is going to hit.
16, so...
Yeah, apparently this thing likes, or at least for some odd reason, favors trying to grab you around the head by its legs.
It's crotch face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that's just their
Too late?
rules.
It's just glad to see you.
Okay, I step back into the room. The thing is still up. I will fire a firebolt again. That is a 16
That hits.
for 1 point of fire damage.
Hey, listen, every point matters.
All right. Anything else?
Is it on fire again?
Eh.
No.
This
not
this
really.
one never caught on fire. That was the other one.
I just mean,
Oh,
with the fire
Logan.
bolts.
You're up.
I'm getting tired of you guys. Well, pinata time again. It rolled off. Yeah, it's 11 plus 6. So, 17.
That hits.
1d10 plus 4. Man, it rolled off the table. Come back. Man, all the way to the back wall, too.
Wow.
7 to 4. 11 damage.
All right. And as you strike this thing, it goes limp.
Okay, well,
Frickin' possessed pinatas.
true. How bad off do they look now?
You would have to examine one.
I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna try tugging on it.
I'm going to grab my torch,
Alright.
which is beneath my feet, and hold it up so Julay can get a better look.
All right.
Can't really
Or
tell.
not Julay. I meant Ariella. I was looking at your name and saying the wrong one.
All right. You tug it. Doesn't seem to be moving. Give me an investigation roll.
Okay. Probably not with that. That is an 11.
That's actually good enough.
Really?
Oh, that's good.
As you start to look through this thing, or at least whatever this thing is, this apparently is some form of construct. Large stones can be found in each one's stuffings, so that probably would explain how they were from the weird noise that you heard when you heard a rock being thrown earlier. But the other thing is, you also notice a sigil.
Okay.
A dragon skull pierced by a sword from the bottom up is carved into these stones.
We've not seen anything like this, right?
Not yet.
You have.
Oh, yeah.
They were on the horses.
Oh.
Mm.
I'm just gonna pocket one of the stones, and then I'm gonna do something extremely stupid.
Well, can I call Riffin and Joulet over real quick? Before
I'm
you get
gonna
started?
try. Okay, sure.
Sure.
Hey guys, there's some shiny stuff down in the pit.
I don't trust it.
I mean,
All
we
right.
got a big strong guy and some rope. And Riffin got climbing gear.
Why don't you go check it out?
Because I'm
I'm
big.
not going down there.
Well, if he goes, then he's never going to get up.
He's tall. He can jump.
No,
It's
he
20
can't.
feet down.
I don't think you understand height too well, little one.
And now, while they're doing that, I am grabbing this body, grabbing the rope, and I'm gonna try to swing across.
Okay.
Well, Riffin, why don't you climb down and check it out?
Wee! Wee!
I'm trying to think. What would be?
Whoosh.
Give me a. Let's see. Would this be athletics or?
If you fall, we're going to have the Mario sound effect.
I'd say. Yeah. Give me either
I'm
athletics.
getting a lot
or
of echo, by the way.
acrobatics. Yeah,
Acro.
I noticed that.
Okay.
Weird.
Acrobatics, acrobatics, acrobatics.
You can do it.
Please, please. 17.
All right, you managed to swing across.
And I, on the peak of it being over where the ground is, I'm gonna let go and try to roll to land on this side.
All right.
Then I stand up, dust myself off. That was fun.
Nice going. So, Riffin,
Good job.
can I borrow your climbing gear real quick?
Okay,
Is there
well,
anywhere over here that looks like it would be stable enough for a grappling hook?
No. From what you see, that is already hanging. Looks like it
Okay,
is.
fine. If we really want to look down there, Bolgan hold the rope. I'll go check it out.
Okay. You're a pal. Thanks, Riffin.
I'm just
so
gonna...
floppy.
No problem.
But while I'm over here, I'm not opening these doors, but I am going to investigate them for
Alright, go ahead.
traps and otherwise.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Good thing they're not like shopping doors for this auto open.
Nat 19! Ah! Okay, so that puts me at... I said investigation.
It appears safe to you.
22. Cool beans. Now, was that for checking for traps, or was that just checking the doors in general?
Well, I'm presuming you were checking the doors for traps. It seems safe to you.
Okay.
Down the hole you go, little buddy.
Yeah, I do put the rope around me, so if something might happen, Bolgan can pull me up.
All right. So you descend yourself down the pit with the help of Bulgan, and roughly as you get closer to the pit, you notice, well, this is a rather nice smooth pit, but at the same time, you also see broken glass over the bottom of the pit.
Ooh.
Broken glass?
Sounds like you really want to torture while it falls in.
You realize, yeah, you wouldn't just be taking... If you fell down this thing, it's not just a flat pit. You would be taking damage not just from the fall, but these shards of glass, too.
That's a sick
Okay.
person who built this pit. Wait a minute. Puppets? Giant pits full of glass? This is Jigsaw!
Then maybe we should leave if this jigsaw person did this.
Doors appear to be fine.
Hey,
How am I
thanks.
supposed to get over there?
Well, I swung across on a body.
I'm not touching no body.
It's dead now. It's fine, and it wasn't a real body to begin with.
Listen, remember these words clearly. Somebody once told me, the body ain't gonna roll me. We hit him once or twice in the head. The creature was looking kind of dumb, with the flames all over its thumb. And Ariella swung over to the doorway.
I love you, man.
I'm gonna.
Here,
Hey,
I'll stand.
how about-
I'll stand here, and I'll help. I will try to catch you.
Look, it's like a
I
safety.
mean, how about we check out that other passageway? Maybe
Well,
We're
I'm
already here.
I'm already over here.
And look, it's like a safety trucks exercise. Riffin's in a hole with a rope. You're gonna be on a rope. Ariella's gonna catch you. It's gonna be fine.
fine.
Riffin, you are okay, right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
See? He's fine.
Just remember to let go at the peak
Not
of
you, Riffin.
the swing.
Okay, I will attempt to jump over using the corpse set to carry my momentum over.
All right, give me. An
You do not have
athletics
much
or
weight for this.
Athletics or acrobatics, you can do it.
Do you need a push?
I'm gonna go acrobatics because I got a +3 in it.
I know, right? That's why I went acrobatics, because I had a decent.
18.
Woo!
All right, you managed to land in Aura's arm.
There we go. Good job.
So, about the strength of those ropes you guys are swinging on, how we looking? Like, can I swing, or I need to make a jump?
Well,
You can probably make a jump.
Aura and Julie used them, or rather.
I weigh far more than both of them put together.
I would say try to test it a little bit, see how much give it might have. As long as you can swing over at least once, we should be good. Otherwise, we might have to, if it does have an issue, well, we have a secondary.
So, Riffin, anything down there other than glass?
I'm looking. In the meantime, you can try to swing and get on the other side, and you can just pull me up on the other side.
So your feet on ground then? Boots?
Well, I probably...
Because I think it'd be horrible if I'm holding you on one rope while I'm holding onto another rope and swinging, slamming you into the other wall, you know?
I am going to lay my shield and stand on my shield.
Smart idea, so you don't get any glass
Just
in your
slowly brush the glass out of the way.
shoe. Using like a big old broom.
All right, so how are you getting in crossbow again?
Well, I guess technically, yeah, if the rope's loose, I could swing across and then drag Riffin up so he doesn't have to swing, he can just climb.
I mean, I figure if we're all on the other side, give or take, if you're holding onto the rope, and he's on the ground now, then we can use that rope to have him just,
Yeah, let's climb back up.
Yeah.
I go, whew. I tie the rope to my left foot, that way I don't actually, drag Riffin along with me. So it's a little bit more lax. And then oh boy. Man, if I believed in one of these deities in this universe, I would definitely be praying right about now.
Pray to the Raven
call on
Queen.
me.
If only one of us was a bard who could cast inspiration.
And
And I'm making sure that me and Julie give him enough room.
Okay. Since you're jumping, give me an athletics roll.
All right. Athletics is my specialty, a +6.
You can do it.
He jumps so far that he bursts through the doors.
17 +6.
Jesus Christ, man.
Out of the way!
You land on the other side of the pit.
I probably went through the door.
Whee!
I drag Riffin up the other side.
No. But considering on how fast you're running, or give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no!
I'm gonna get crushed.
It's just a hug.
I have advantages on. Oh, I mean, advantages. I have a +4 on Dex. I'm good, right? Right. Ooh, wait. Is that? I can't tell. Is that? Nope. That's a 20. 24. Ha!
You see Bolgan jump over the edge, and it's like, oh, that's a big boulder coming at me. Jump!
I just
Freight
pirouette
train
out of the
sound
way like a ballerina. Woo!
Freight train sound effect. I'd go flying by with a rope attached to my ankle, attached to Riffin.
Well, fortunately, it's a long rope, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're probably like
I'm
seeing
not-
that rope go... It's like, what?
So that means you end up like here.
Yeah, as you manage to stop
Oof.
yourself at the door. And
Ow.
it's like, at which point, as you slam into the door, it basically, you fall into the room with it.
Nailed
Well,
it! Ow!
I immediately look over the edge. Riffin, are you okay, dear?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Shall we pull you up?
What did he break now?
Oh, he just opened the door for us, darling. No issues.
Yeah.
Ah, I don't like that room.
Hey, Riffin. Ow! You find anything nice down there? Ow!
Did I find anything except glass?
Give me an investigation roll.
That's 16.
No, you do not.
Oh.
Nope.
Well,
Just glass shards.
Is any of it nice glass?
probably not.
Okay.
It's glass. They are shards. I guess they sparkle, but that's about it.
That's some nice sparkling. I pulled the rope taut and like, alright, buddy, you want to come on up now? You didn't have to
Just
jump
a
for
moment.
this.
I grab the shield and
Alrighty.
then pull myself up.
All right. And as everyone gets to the other side, and you prepare to look into the next.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Why, hello there.
You see 3 smashed human-sized coffins and 1 intact smaller coffin.
Oh,
lying towards
God!
The
I'm
large.
not going towards that coffin.
Please be a hobbit. Please be a hobbit. Please be a hobbit.
Wait, are you serious?
No, I'm not actually walking
I'm
in.
not finished. The larger coffins are carved in fine mahogany. And
Mahogany.
Mahogany.
humanoid bones are scattered across the floor.
I respect a child's coffin enough not to go near it.
Yeah, Jule, don't look at the little one.
Considering how much
I'm not
the
that tiny.
large ones are abused compared to nothing with the little one, I think you're not the only one that at least knows when to not wave you up.
Listen, grave robbing larger coffins, perfectly fine, acceptable. Adults.
And they also have money.
That's a baby coffin. No, that is a child. That is somebody's. No.
Or a hobbit, but
Or a hobbit or
Halfling
halfling
or
or,
whatever.
gnome or whatever. But even still, I'm not. No. I no. No.
Okay, so
Babby coffins. No.
what is everyone doing?
I'm gonna be peeking into this little guy to see if there's anything in here. Not that little guy, but this little guy.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna try to see if there's anything of use in this one.
I found bones.
Okay, if you are searching the coffins, give me a perception.
Okay. Oh. That's a 14.
And a 15 for me.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and roll 2. That is a 21.
Okay. You search the coffins, and it is. Let's see. So, which coffin was everyone searching?
Well, I'm searching the one that Jule's standing on top of me of.
I'm searching this one.
I'll check this one.
I'm rolling up the rope.
Alrighty.
Griffin's got the priorities in the right place.
Alright, so
Keep your equipment safe.
Logan.
I'm not going to around with 50 feet of rope just dragging around.
alright, so
That's
Logan,
dangerous.
you notice a weird bulge inside one
Oh
of the
my.
linings.
Not like that.
You think whatever is in here, you may have to give it either a sharp tug or slice into it to see if what's in here, because it awfully doesn't feel like stuffing of what that needs.
Yeah. I take my spear and hold it like a really, really, really long handled knife. And
Alrighty.
start slicing away. Gently and carefully. This case is full of spiders. You never know if it's full of spiders.
Alright, so you cut into it, and 2 potions drop out from it.
Well. Hey, these coffins give birth.
What?
What?
It gave birth to potions.
Jinx. Triple jinx. We can all say what at the same time.
As you see him hold up.
See, I didn't hear all of us say it at the same time. I heard what?
I heard it simultaneous as well, which was kind of funny.
So
If that's in there, I'm gonna check out the smaller one then.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
I didn't see anything on this end, so
You're tiny. It's tiny. It's okay.
Alright.
I'm gonna open this tiny coffin.
No, why would you grateful have a baby coffin? Why would you? Oh my
What?
God.
Watch it be full of treasure. It's like the
We're
one that
gonna be
everyone left.
cursed. Oh, at
So,
least pray
Alright,
first.
so,
What's in the potions?
you would need to give me an Arcana roll to identify them.
Good luck with that, because
I'll
0.
check him out after this.
I cannot believe you are grave robbing a baby coffin. You're going to hell.
All I got was a 9.
But really, that thing had potions.
No,
Maybe
this
this
isn't-
one
this
has
isn't-
gold.
This isn't Aurelia. This is Nishi saying, "I can't believe that you are opening up a baby coffin."
Okay.
Whoa.
Julie,
Yes.
as you touch this coffin,
I'd take a step back, by the way.
let's see. You
I'm in
notice
danger.
The moment you touch this thing, your hand is stuck to it.
I knew it. You're cursed by the baby coffin.
It's at which point
Initiative.
you see this thing, this coffin, slowly open, and
Great. You're cursed by the
Does
freaking
it?
baby coffin.
and it's like, oh, that's nice. Wait, why does this coffin have a tongue and teeth?
Are you
Oh,
freaking
God.
kidding
It's a
me?
mimic.
It's a slime mimic by the sound of it. since
It's a
got
baby.
stuck.
It's a baby coffin mimic.
I'm in danger.
You are a danger.
So what you're telling me is this mimic wanted to be a coffin and a wheezing, and that was the closest it got to it.
I guess.
And we are
Box
going to end-
ghost!
and we are going to end tonight's session here.
Hey,
Help!
Julie! It was a curse from a baby coffin. Aren't you happy?
Congratulations.
No, I'm right next to a mimic. It's gonna kill me.
No,
It's
you're
gonna
stuck
eat
to a
you.
mimic. Your hand is stuck to a mimic that's going to kill you.
That's normal, actually.
That
For
is
five
normal.
Really?
for 5e, yeah.
Huh.
Like if you touch a mimic, it has its
Rhicinopod.
whatever the slime stuff is that it's a part of it. It just makes it so you're stuck there, and then it can bite you.
And you're tiny.
So until then, thanks everyone for watching tonight's session, and
Thanks, everybody.
Yes, thanks for joining us.
and let's see what happens next time.
And just
Get on top
just a
and ride
note, don't go trying to loot baby coffins.
it. There's nothing going to happen good with that.
But to be fair, though,
Good night.
is a mimic really a baby?
Yes. There are baby-sized mimics out there. Mimics can be any number of sizes.
It's like
Just depends on how old it is.
looks like a toy
And
chest
Gary
or